Okay then, welcome to my Rapid Fat Loss Blueprint Part 4 and my How to Lose Weight video series. I hope you've been enjoying the videos so far and putting a lot of that information into practice. Today we're going to be talking about the importance of water for ultimate health and weight loss. A big topic, really important stuff in here, so let's get cracking with it. So, first of all, why drink water? Well, the human body is around 70% made up from water, and some of the actual percentages of certain body parts then would be muscle consists of 75%, brain is 90%, bone consists of around 22%, and blood is around 83% water. So as you can see, the vast majority of our body is actually water, so it's important that you put in water back into the body, because if you're not putting it there, you can't survive without it. Now, let me put it this way. If I was to say to you that I've got a very special brand new health product, and that if you buy it and if you take enough of it every single day, then it's going to help you to do a lot of these different things. So it's going to detoxify your body, it's going to help you increase metabolism, it's going to boost your energy levels, it's going to increase your mental sharpness, it's going to give you a younger looking skin, reduce acne spots, dry skin, reduce cravings, appetite, it's going to transport more of the nutrients into your cells. It's going to protect your vital organs, help your organs absorb nutrients better, regulate your body temperature. It's going to improve your digestion of foods. It's going to improve the quality of your sleep, so you wake up feeling more rested. It'll moisturise the air in your lungs and protect and moisturise your joints as well. And it's also going to relieve, if you're a woman, painful menstruation. If I was to say I've got a product that can do all that and deliver all of that, my guesses are you'd probably want it. Okay, and that is exactly what water does. Okay, water does all of those things, so it's really important. One of the most important nutrients that you can give your body. Now, now I've told you why it's important. How much water should you drink? Now, this is a debatable one, but a good formula that I tend to use is if you can work your body weight out in kilograms and then multiply it by 0.033, that'll give you the amount of litres that you need of water you need. Okay. So as an example there, if we had an 80 kilogram person, you multiply 80 by 0.033 and that will give you 2.64, so you need just over 2.5 litres, okay, just under 3 litres. So that's a rough rule of thumb, as a good way of knowing kind of how much water you need. So make sure you can work your weight out in kilograms and you'll be able to figure that one out. Okay, what water is best then? Well, in my opinion, I'd choose bottled or reverse osmosis filtered water over tap water any single time, any day of the week, every opportunity. So much better to come from one of those sources than out of the tap, and we're going to explain why. And when I say a reverse osmosis filtered water tap, the Brita water filters don't really cut out a lot of this stuff that I'm going to show you. So they are okay, but they're not great. Okay, so you need to get a reverse osmosis filter, and you can get those in the home. You can get whole home systems I've seen for about £500. So your bath water, everything would be filtered. So that's a great investment, really good investment. Tap water, as I've said, is potentially harmful to your health, and we're going to discuss a little bit more why. But things like chlorine, fluoride, pesticides and herbicides, pharmaceutical drugs, illegal drugs and hormones, all of which have been found in the water supply. Now we're going to discuss a little bit first about chlorine. Chlorine was actually the first poisonous gas to be used during World War I, so it's actually used as a weapon. It's been shown to corrode tissues, human tissues, and especially in the intestines. It's known as a skin irritant, so it can cause eczema, acne, increased cancer risk with bladder, breast and bowel cancers. It's been shown to give birth defects and alter DNA. It's also an immune system suppressant. It interferes with the growth of cells. It completely destroys intestinal flora, and intestinal flora is really important because that helps you digest your food. It helps you maintain a healthy cholesterol. It helps you with your balancing, getting a good blood pressure. It increases your immunity and reduces the irritable bowel syndrome. So any digestive problems really. Your body needs a good balance of healthy, good bacteria in the gut, and chloride just completely wipes that out and kills them. The reason it's there is to kill any bacteria in the water, potentially harmful bacteria in the water, but It doesn't know the difference between good and bad bacteria, and it'll kill anything that comes in its wake. So that includes your the good bacteria that's in your gut. And if you're bathing in it as well, it just still make its way into your body through your pores. So, you know, if you're having showers, baths and that kind of thing, you're still taking in chlorine. Or if you're going swimming as well, swimming pools full with chlorine. Some studies and things then that have been done with chlorine. The drinking of chlorinated water has finally been officially linked to an increase in incidence of colon cancer. An epidemiologist at Oak Ridge Associated University completed a study on colon cancer victims and non-cancer patients and conducted that the drinking of chlorinated water for 15 years or more was conducive to a high rate in colon cancer. Okay, that was back in 1987. So there's scientific proof. Long-term drinking of chlorinated water appears to increase a person's risk of developing bladder cancer as much as 80%. According to a study published in the Journal of Nutritional Cancer Institute, some 45,000 Americans are diagnosed every single year with bladder cancer. Definitely can cause cancers, and that's proof of it just there. Although concentrations of these carcinogens are low, it's precisely these low levels which cancer scientists believe are responsible for the majority of human cancers. And that was a report issued by the Environmental Defence Fund. So, tap water, you want to keep it out. Fluoride as well, this is also added to tap water, and that what fluoride does is accumulate in the bones. It makes them more susceptible to fractures. It reduces melatonin production, which melatonin is your sleep hormone. So if you're having problems with that, you'll probably be having sleep problems, which will lead to stress. That will lead to fat gain. If you're more concerned about weight loss, mood disorders, depression, cancer, reduced fertility and obesity, because it can affect your metabolism quite badly as well as stress. There's been links between fluoride and arthritis, links between fluoride and hypothyroidism, which again can affect your metabolism, cause depression and fatigue. So again, some scientific facts to back this up. It's associated with Alzheimer's disease as well, that's another one, and other forms of dementia. Now this, what fluoride does is it enters the brain and enables aluminium to cross over the blood-brain barrier, and that results in an increased risk for these kind of diseases. So any kind of forms of dementia can be directly linked to fluoride intake. It's also been associated with the low levels of low IQ levels and mental retardation in children. And again, that was back in 1988 when that study was undertaken. Fluoride also depresses the activity of the human thyroid, your thyroid gland, which is the controller of your metabolism. And it's also fluoride is also used as a treatment for people with an overactive thyroid to lower their thyroid rate at which it works. It can also depress the activity of a healthy. So if your thyroid is healthy and all fine, and you start taking on lots of fluoride, that can result in an underactive thyroid. And in many cases, the American stats that I've been able to find is more than 20 million people in the US have received treatment for thyroid problems. Can't find the UK stats on that one, but it just goes to show that fluoride is a big problem, and it can cause you to be overweight if you're having a lot of tap water, as well as the health effects to go along with it. Other things that have been found then, female hormones have been found in water. Lots of the female birth control pill, which is high in estrogen. Once you go to the toilet, you're getting that out of your body, and that goes into the water system. And now that's been shown to change the sex of fish and giving them lots of female characteristics in fish. Prozac's also been found in your drinking water as well, and that was some stuff I found in the BBC News. Another thing that's allowed in water is a substance called aldicarb. Now, if you diluted 1/10 of a teaspoon, so a tiny drop on a teaspoon of that chemical, into an Olympic-sized swimming pool, then that concentration is so strong that it would be enough to cause male frogs again to develop female sexual characteristics. So, reason guys you see in man boobs and all that kind of thing as well, and people are becoming estrogen dominant, is all down to these kind of chemicals and stuff that are in our water supply. And and that is that actual size, that 1/10 of a teaspoon is the concentration. That's the amount that's currently allowed into our drinking water. So that's why we're getting a lot of problems, loads of problems with water. Right, do fruit juice, teas, coffees, flavoured fizzy drinks count? Now this is a question I get asked a lot when I'm talking to people about the importance of water. Well, unfortunately guys, the answer to that is massive no. Coffee then, first of all, coffee plays havoc with your blood sugar levels. It stimulates the adrenal glands that are responsible for releasing the stress hormone. Now, if you're spiking your blood sugar, which we've already discussed in previous videos, then you want a roller coaster to fat storage all of the time. As well as if you're stimulating the adrenal glands as well, they release the stress hormone, like I've said there, but your stress hormone is your fat storage hormone. So again, drinking coffee is not a great, especially if you drink a lot of it. Okay, so try and cut that down, especially after 2 p.m. Get it out of your diet. Get it out of your diet after 2 p.m. especially, because it can have will have an effect with your sleep. Fizzy water then, or any kind of fizzy drinks, contains carbon dioxide, which is a toxic substance that the body actually expels with every breath. So fizzy waters and things like that are really, really acidic, and your body wants to get rid of those acids, and every time you breathe your body expels carbon dioxide, which is what they put into these kind of fizzy drinks. So they're really, really acidic, and increased acidity is one of the big reasons we store toxins and we store fat. Okay, flavoured waters and squash, things like that. They basically have really, really high levels of sweeteners. Now, if it says no added sugar, like the picture we've got there, then there'll be sweeteners in there. The sweeteners are far worse than the actual sugar. Now, if you have the sugar one, obviously you're going to be spiking your blood sugar levels again. And if you have the sweet ones without, then you're going to be having lots of sweeteners again, which are really toxic and really poisonous, and really bad for the human body. So what can you do if you're kind of think to yourself, well, what can I drink then? Water's a bit boring. A little bit of a secret weight loss strategy that I use and helps you drink a lot more water is just very simple. Try adding half a lemon or some lemon juice into your water, and that just gives you a nicer flavour. I actually drink liquid chlorophyll in my water, and I really quite like that taste. That's like a minty flavoured drink, and that's really alkaline, same as the lemon. So having just helps your body maintain an alkaline state kind of throughout the day if you're drinking, adding fruit into it, and it gives it a bit more flavour. Another thing, which is why I use this as a secret weight loss strategy, is to add bicarbonate of soda, just a teaspoon at the most, a maximum of a teaspoon, into about half a pint to a pint of water. And I do that first thing in the morning and on an evening. And again, that allows you to make sure that you're alkaline kind of all day. So if you can remain alkaline, the more alkaline you can remain, your body should be slightly alkaline, and if you can remain like that, your body won't store fat. You can't grow. You can't get cancers, things like illnesses, arthritis, anything like that. Cannot take place if your body is alkaline. Okay, it can only happen in acidic environments. So let's summarise that then. First one, work out how much water you need using the formula that I mentioned earlier. So your body weight in kilograms multiplied by 0.033. Make sure you drink the required amount of water daily, so whatever that comes out to, make sure that's how much you drink. Only water counts towards your fluid intake. None of the other things that we've mentioned count. Only drink bottled or filtered water. And again, a reverse osmosis filter system is the best kind of filter system that you could invest your money in. Avoid all caffeine altogether. Any caffeinated products. Cut those out of your diet, especially after 2 p.m. Don't drink any concentrated squash or fruit drinks at all, we've already mentioned. Don't drink any flavoured or fizzy waters. And if you think water is boring, try and add some fruit to it to give it a little bit more taste and natural goodness as well. Another thing you get in the habit of is teaspoon of bicarb first thing and before bed. Do that twice a day, and it should help you remain alkaline all day round. Number 10, basically, in a nutshell, just drink more water. That's it, guys. Simple as that. That's everything you really need to know about water. Hope I found that useful. Next, what we're going to be looking at in part 5 then is why supplementation is essential to your health in the modern world. So make sure you go and check that out. That'll be there for you in a couple of days, and we'll speak soon.